What's up YouTube? Capital G here, checking out a brand new waifu boss monster that just got revealed coming out of Secret Slayers. What better way to celebrate Valentine's Day than with a brand new bae being revealed? So this is the last archetype in Secret Slayers, and to my surprise, it is actually going to be XYZ based, and their boss monster is an XYZ monster. This is Snow Saint Teardrop. She is a water attribute plant monster. We knew that this archetype was going to be plant-based, but obviously we didn't know that it was going to be XYZ-based. She's a rank 8, and she has 2800 attack, 2800 defense, so I guess you can summon this card in attack or defense. She's completely generic, requiring 2 level 8 monsters to summon, and her first effect is a hard once per turn. That effect says you can detach one material from this card, then target one monster on the field. That is all the cost. Tribute it. This is a quick effect if this card has a plant monster as a material. Second effect, each time a monster or monsters are tributed, this card gains 200 attack for each monster tributed until the end of the turn. So this is a nice little utility effect, but I'm not gonna lie, I have seen a lot of debates between this card and Dengirsu. Kind of feels like maybe this card should have been released a little earlier, because there are some situations where Dengirsu is strictly a better card, and I feel like the comparisons are going to be inevitable because these two cards are generic. Your Teardrop and your Dengirsu. This card is nice because it does have the edge up on Dengirsu, as it can serve as removal during your opponent's turn. If you happen to have that plant monster as an XYZ material, you can easily just tribute one of your opponent's monsters like the second they summon it, maybe before it can even activate its effect. And this card can take out 2 of your opponent's resources, which is super good because twice the removal is always going to be valuable. But Dengirsu has some decisive edges. Number one, Dengirsu doesn't target, so sometimes your opponent doesn't even know what card you're going after. Dengirsu also gives you that blanket protection for itself and your entire field by detaching materials, which is super good, especially during your opponent's turn. And lastly, Dengirsu can go after the back row. It can go after spells and traps if your opponent doesn't have any monsters. So I feel like if you're just splashing rank 8s into like Grimaju or Blue Eyes, I mean, honestly, Dengirsu's probably just a generic card, or just a better generic card, I should say. But I still think that this card will be good in its archetype. I really wish that this card tributed for cost, because then you could probably run this in like Lair of Darkness, and it could be super effective. A lot of people are already talking about Lair of Darkness as an option for this card, since this archetype seems to revolve around tributing, maybe, and that would be a way of possibly triggering Darkest Diablos. Also, you can make this card with Darkest Diablos, so that would be pretty nice. I still think that you can use this card in Lair of Darkness. It just would have been a little better, because if your opponent responds with like Impermanence or Solemn Strike, you'd still be able to get rid of their monster. But we'll have to see how the rest of this archetype shapes up. That's why I'm not giving this card any negatives or positives at this point, because it's hard to really know how good this card's going to be when we don't know anything about the corresponding archetype. It's just a little hard to evaluate. Like, we have to know how easy it is to drop her and how many effects are going to work with tributing, etc., etc. But definitely an interesting card. I did not expect her to be an XYZ monster, and a rank 8 that just kind of came out of nowhere. But whatever you guys think of Snow Saint Teardrop, leave it in the comment section below. Lovely artwork, of course. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.